Bladers, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Still doing a little bit different video style than what we usually do. So you can see we're back here on the computer. We're actually doing a tier list for the Beyblades, excuse me, used in the Beyblade series made by my friend Nick Flicks, called Beyblade Journeys. So we are going to be ranking these Beyblades in this tier list. There are 12 of them in the series used. However, only 11 of them have names. So we're going to go in order of the Beyblade appearance. And if you guys are interested in doing your own tier list, this is public. So I did make the tier list and everything. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description, along with the link to Beyblade Journeys, the series by Nick Flicks. So give that a watch. Spoiler warning. This covers all 9 episodes of Beyblade Journeys. So if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, click off the video. Go watch Beyblade Journeys. It's like an hour, 2 minutes, and 29 seconds of awesomeness. So, yes, I did the calculations. Go check it out. And if you're still here, hey, welcome back. Alright, let's get into this tier list. But before we get on with the video, I would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, BasinBricks.com, where you can grab and pre-order the brand new CX16 Deck Starter Dash Set C. You can also pre-order CX15, 14, and 13, either solo or in a 3-pack bundle. These are the new lineups of the new CXE, I believe it's what they are going to be called. So, if you guys are interested in getting the brand new wave of CX bays or some other amazing stuff, such as the diagnostic tuning tool for balance and optimizing Beyblade parts, go ahead and go over to BasinBricks.com and use code Baymaster16 for 7% off at checkout. Once again, that's BasinBricks.com. So, we're going to start off episode 1 with Nick, the main character. His Beyblade is Flame Phoenix, which uses the Phoenix Wing blade. And right off the bat, there's not a lot known about this bay other than that bays like this do not show up very often. So we know it's powerful. I'm going to put it above B tier. For now, it's going to go into A tier. It's not a terrible bay. I'm not that big a fan of Phoenix, but I can admit that this bay is crazy. So, and I'm not using like real world implications and everything. Like, as you can see, our next bay up is Shinobi Knife. I'm not going to put it immediately into D tier because it's a bad bay IRL, but I am going to do that because, 1, we don't get to see this Beyblade battled. 2, they didn't even give it a name, because I asked them about that before this, about the bay. I'm like, hey, I noticed you guys didn't give this Beyblade a name. It was literally just for like a solid couple of seconds seen on screen, and then never seen again. So, oh, and the character it was for was like a one-off character, so it has no like actual relevancy or anything. I don't remember if I guessed the combo in the reaction video, but that's why it's going into D tier, because we didn't get to see a lot of it, and it doesn't seem that powerful considering it lost to Viper Tail, which in the series they have called Fang Viper. So, Fang Viper. We only get to see it once. We don't even get to see its special move. Also, that is wrong. That should be all the way up here. My bad. I don't know. I think for now it's going to have to go into C tier. It may go up in B tier, I'm not sure just yet, but for now it's going into C tier. Rage Rhino. Rhino Horn Blade. You know how I feel about Rhino Horn in real life, but that, like I said, that's not going to be put into this itself. Um, we don't get to see much of Rhino except for the fact that its special move makes itself KO, and that the Blader, Barry, he doesn't show up that much, honestly. I think they kind of forgot about him. He was, like, relevant for, like, 1 or 2 episodes and then just never shows up again. I hope we get to see more of Team B4 in Season 2, by the way. But the fact that it does have a special move, which is something we don't know about for Viper and Shinobi, I will put it in a higher space. I don't like that its special move makes itself KO. That could just be because it went up against Phoenix with it, or because Barry's not that great of a blader. So, now we're moving on to my favorite blader, the GOAT, Lance Kataki, with his Bay Steel Knight, the Mountain Dew sponsored Beyblade. And I'm putting this straight in S tier. A little bit of favoritism here. 1, Lance Kataki is my favorite blader from the series overall. 2, the fact, this is spoilers by the way, which I gave you your spoiler warning. If you're still here, you didn't, and you've seen the spoiler warning, what are you still doing here? This is the only Beyblade so far to have 2 special moves. So, and this does not count towards it going to S tier. I just find this cool. The theme song from Lance Kataki just slaps. So, S tier Bay. Detective Tim. Good character, great with his Beyblade I've seen so far, and he can do the Nick Flicks launch. Another thing that Lance can do, actually. So, we're actually going to put D-Tim above Phoenix. I know, crazy, right? Sorry. But yeah. Detective Tim's a great character. Love the character. So, can't wait to see more of him in Season 2, hopefully. Yeah. Amazing character. Good Beyblade. And, yeah, let's move on to our next Blader, which is the one I forgot in our Episode 9 reaction. How could I forget Skylar? If I remember correctly, whenever he first showed up, I was like, this is my favorite character. But he has since gone down the list. He's like maybe top 5 still. He uses Cyclone Wyvern, which I think he said was an attack type in the episode. So, interesting combo for Cyclone Wyvern being a attack type. It is also our first UX Beyblade scene in the entire series. So, possibly going to put him... Honestly, I think I'm going to put him below Phoenix. His special move was awesome, but it brought us into such an epic shot from Phoenix. Coming down... In fact, I know I used it for my intro that I made for the series, but I don't remember if Nick used it for his intro for the 128 arc. But watching Phoenix come down from the sky in a stream of fire, oh yeah. Goat. This is Cliff Goat, used by Loki. Amazing character. As Nick stated in the episode, this Bay's Ratchet and Bit do not have synergy with the Bay at all. So I'm curious about that. If this is even his real Beyblade combo, or what it is. It still intrigues me. This is the only reason why it's going into B tier, because it has potential. And if Loki shows up in Season 2, then there is potential to actually see more of this Beyblade. So our second Sphinx and our first recolor in the entire series is Oasis Sphinx. It is a Bey given to Nick to use after Loki steals Phoenix. And this is, honestly, don't get me wrong, this is going top of D tier just because it has potential being used by another blader, but in the hands of Nick, that is the worst Beyblade I've seen. But that's because Nick, his Beyblade was Phoenix, this is Sphinx, so he can't bring out the full potential of Sphinx. Moving on, we are onto our second and our last, for now, UX Beyblade. This is Haunt Ghost. It's used by one of the goons, I guess, of... I can't even remember what their organization was called. Dang. I know it was one of the people behind the Dark Resonance project. So, being our second UX, it was honestly great to see as well. Was a big surprise, and it was a brand new actor for the series as well. I believe it's their other friend, one of the other writers and editors, who finally got their on-screen appearance. I can't remember much about Haunt Ghost, other than that's when Detective Tim launched in with the Netflix distance launch. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give this low B tier, just because I want to see what more it could potentially do in season 2. Dark Phoenix. Now, I don't know if this is Dark Flame Phoenix or if it's just called Dark Phoenix. Correct me in the comments below. But this is the corruption of Phoenix, which we got to see used by Loki against Nick, Detective Tim, and Lance in the final 2 episodes of season 1. Dark Phoenix is very powerful. Loki was able to actually use the special move twice in the same battle from Dark Phoenix, so that shows you just how powerful this Beyblade is. But it is going to go bottom of S tier because our next and final Beyblade for this, which, sadly to say, thought this would be a little bit longer, honestly, but I forgot it was a short series, so I do apologize. This is Sunrise Phoenix, the evolved version of Flame Phoenix. And this is going to go second of S tier because there's nothing known about this Beyblade. All we know is it evolved from Phoenix. This Beyblade has nothing but potential. You may be saying, why doesn't it go in D tier? I'm not going to put Phoenix in D tier. I'm just going to say that. But that is my tier list of the Beyblades used in the series Beyblade Journeys. If you guys are interested, I will leave a link to this tier list in the description of the video. Go check out Beyblade Journeys. Go check out Netflix. He just hit 6,000 subs, I believe. Is that what he said? Or was it 6,000 followers? I believe it was subs. But that has been the Beyblade Journeys Beyblade tier list. We're not done with Beyblade Journeys just yet, so keep your eyes peeled for more Beyblade Journeys content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Remember, be safe, bay away. Peace out.